Now the next topic in the rotational motion, which is also very important, is the torque. We know the formula for torque is force into perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. That means Fd sine theta. Okay. Now the questions are in this way. Find torque if a force of 7I plus 2J plus 3K is applied at a position vector of 2I minus J plus K. Okay, in this way if the question is given and we have to find the torque. In case of torque, we just find the vector product of force and the distance from the axis of rotation. So we write I, J and K, and the values for force is 7, 2 and 3, and 2 minus 1 and plus 1. Now solve it and find out the value for the torque. So we have I, 2 ones are 2, 2 into 1, minus 3. Now before writing J, just write it here minus J. Note this step. Okay. Now for the J, just drop this one. We have 7 ones are 7 and 3 twos are 6. So 7 minus 6. Now for the K, write it as plus. We have 7 ones are 7, that is minus 7, and 2 twos are 4. Clear? In this way, we find the vector product of given two quantities. If you don't know how to find the scalar and vector product, I will give the link in the description box and you can check it from there. So we have, this is plus, so 5I minus J minus 11K. So this is the torque for this question. For example, if the question is in this way, find the torque if the force is F is equal to 3I minus and it is acted on position vector R is equal to 2J. Then find the value of the torque. So we can also use in this way. It is 3I, so we write it here 3, it becomes all 0, and it is 2J, so it becomes 2 and it has all become 0. Okay, if you don't know how to multiply. Yeah. Now in this way you find the product, vector product for that. So ultimately we know, so for the I we have overall vector 0 plus 0. For J minus J we have minus 3 twos are 6 plus 0. Then for K for J we have 0 and 0. We have 0 and 0. And for K we have this minus 6 plus 0. So we have the answer in minus 6K. Or you can directly do by I into J, and this way you can find out the torque. There are certain relationship of torque with angular momentum, with power, with work, with moment of inertia, and that relationships are very important when you are doing the numericals asked in case of rotational motion. Now I am going to discuss it with you. If a grained stone has moment of inertia of 6 kg meter square, if it is found that its speed raises to 150 revolution per minute in 10 seconds from the rest, find the torque. So whenever this type of question is there, when force and distance from axis of rotation is not given, in spite of that revolutions and time and moment of inertia is given, then how will you find the torque? For that questions, we use the formula torque is equal to I into alpha. This is the relationship between torque and moment of inertia and angular acceleration. This is moment of inertia and this is angular acceleration. acceleration. So now it is given that moment of inertia is 6 kilogram per meter square. So it is already given 6 kilogram meter square. So there is no need to calculate the moment of inertia. Now its speed is 150 rpm in 10 seconds from rest. Now we have to calculate the angular acceleration. Now we know W is equal to W0 plus alpha t. So its omega becomes 150 revolution per minute. So we have the formula omega is equal to 2 pi n. So we have 2 pi n is revolutions 150 and it is in minute. So turn it into 60 seconds. So divided by 60 it gets down. 2 3 is 6 and 3 5 is 15. So we have 5 pi. Clear? So put it here 5 pi and at rest it becomes 0 and angular acceleration and time is 10 seconds. So alpha is equal to 5 upon 10 pi, so it is pi by 2. Okay. In this way we get the angular acceleration and moment of inertia is given to us. Now we simply find the value of the torque. Okay. So value of the torque is I into alpha. I is 6 and alpha is pi by 2. So the value of torque is simply 3 pi. Okay. In this way we can easily find out the value of the torque using different types of relationships. And students, in rotational motion, some more types of questions are based on torque are asked. So I discuss one by one with you. A rope is wound around a hollow cylinder with a mass of 3 kg and radius 40 cm. There is a rope, it is wounded around a cylinder which have the mass of 3 kg and radius 40 cm. What is the angular acceleration? That means what is the alpha if the rope is pulled with a force of 30 Newton. Okay, and now if we pull out the rope, we pull the rope with force this, how much angular acceleration is produced in the cylinder. So we know that mass of the cylinder is 3 kg and the radius of cylinder is 40 centimeter. Converted into meter, we have 0.4 meter. Now we have to find the angular acceleration and the force applied on the rope is 30 Newton. Okay. In this case we use the formula torque is equal to I alpha. So from here angular acceleration is equal to torque over moment of inertia. Now moment of inertia, this is a hollow cylinder. So formula for moment of inertia is mr square and formula for torque is F into distance. Clear? Distance is what? That is the radius of the cylinder. Okay. So force applied here is 30 Newton and distance up to which it is pulled is 0.4. Now mass of cylinder is 3 and radius is again 0.4 into 0.4. It is get cancelled, it gets 0. So we have 100 by 4, that is 25 radian per second square. So in this way this formula torque is equal to I alpha gives us a relationship between torque, moment of inertia and angular acceleration. Just remember it. Torque is equal to product of moment of inertia and angular acceleration. In the same way I am going to take one more question in order to explain one more formula which gives a relationship of torque with the quantity. In this video I have taken the rotational motion of a rigid body. I take the three cases as we have in the Newton's linear motion. We have three equations. V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. These are the equations of motion for linear motion case. So whenever there is a rotational motion case, these equations are transformed in this way. For linear velocity, we have v. For angular and rotational, we have omega is equal to omega 0 plus alpha t, where this is angular velocity, angular final velocity, initial angular velocity, and this is angular acceleration. Clear? Now, in place of s, we write theta, and it is equal to omega 0 t plus half. In place of acceleration, we put alpha t square. Now, similarly, v square, that is omega square, is equal to omega 0 square plus 2 alpha theta. Why it is so? In the rotational motion, a body moves along a circle. Clear? I will explain it. For example, a body is now moving in a circle, making an angle theta. This is radius r. If a body is at this point A and it moves up to point this B in a circle in time delta t, it makes an angle theta here and travels a distance of L. Okay, so according to that, we have theta is equal to L by R, and this is angular displacement. This is angular displacement. Okay. Now, if we have to find angular speed or angular velocity, so what we have? Angular displacement over time, that is d theta over dt. Clear? And angular velocity is represented by omega, which is equal to d theta over dt. There is one more relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity is v is equal to omega r. It is the linear velocity and this is the angular velocity. Some more terms I am also going to explain, and I will also take the numericals regarding these equations. Now I am going to discuss different types of questions which are asked on based of these three equations of rotational motion. A grid stone has an acceleration of 4 radian per second. Starting from the rest, calculate the angular speed at time this. Now, angular acceleration, that is alpha, which is equal to 4 radian per second, and it is started from rest, that is omega 0 is equal to 0. We have to find the angular speed, that is we have to find omega at time is equal to 2.5. Now we have three equations. Omega is equal to omega 0 plus alpha t. So when we put all the values in the equation, we can easily find the value for omega. Now omega 0 is 0, alpha is 4, and it is 2.5. So we have 10 radian per second. So in this way, we can easily just analyze the question as we do in case of Newton's law of motion. In the same way, we can apply the different rotations equation and find out the answers. I am going to explain you next type of pattern. So the next question in front of us is of different pattern. The angular speed of a wheel, angular speed, is increased from 1200 rpm to 3120 rpm. I will explain you what is rpm in 16 seconds. Okay, that means its speed increases from this value to this value in 16 seconds. Now you have to find angular acceleration, angular displacement, and number of revolutions completed in 16 seconds. Now angular acceleration yani alpha, angular displacement means theta. Clear? Now we just analyze the data which we have in the question. Angular speed is increased from 1200 to 3120. So this is the initial value and this is the final value. And RPM, revolution per minute. So whenever we have the we find omega, it means revolution per second. Okay, and for omega we multiply 2 pi into n, and n is what? Revolution per seconds. So here 1200 rpm means n is equal to 1200 rpm. So convert it into seconds. We have 1200 by 60 rps. So we have 20 rps. Clear? Similarly for 3120, so this is the value of omega 0. Omega 0 is what? 2 pi into 20. Clear? Now final value of omega is what? Final value of omega is 2 pi 3120 over 60. It get cancelled. So we have 2 pi, 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 52. So we have 40 pi here, and 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10 pi as the final value of omega. So this is the angular speed. So whenever it is given in revolutions per minute, just convert it into revolution per second by dividing it with 60. Then use the formula 2 pi n. N means revolutions per minute or per second. Put all the values and find the value of omega. Omega is what? Angular speed. Okay, omega is what? Angular speed. Its unit is radian per second. Clear? Now comes to the question. So it is given that its angular speed increases from 40 pi to 104 pi in 16 seconds. Okay, so time here taken is 16 seconds. First one, we have to find angular acceleration. Now we have to find alpha. So we have the formula omega is equal to omega 0 plus alpha t. So value of omega is 104 pi is equal to 40 pi plus alpha, and time is 16 seconds. So 104 minus 40 pi over 16 is equal to alpha. So we have 4 and 6 over 16 pi is equal to alpha. 16 4s are 64. So value of angular acceleration is 4 pi radian per second. Clear? So in this way we can use the equations in order to find the different quantities. Now the next thing which we have to find, so the value for angular acceleration is 4 pi. Now angular displacement, which is theta. Now we have the equation theta is equal to omega t plus half omega 0 t ut plus half at square. A means alpha t square. We have the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. In place of S we write theta. In place of initial velocity we write omega 0. In place of acceleration we write angular acceleration, that is alpha. Now put all the values, and omega 0 is 40 pi and time is 16 seconds plus half. Alpha is what? 4 pi and time is 16 into 60. Now solve it. We have 16 4s are 64, and here we have 2 2s are 4, 16 256 into 2 pi. So we have 640 pi plus 2 6 are 12, 2 5s are 10, 1 11, 2 2s are 4, 1 5, 102 pi. So we have 2 4151152 This is the angular displacement. So now the next one, find the number of revolutions completed in 16 seconds. So whenever we have to find the number of revolutions completed in 16 seconds, what we do, number of revolutions is equal to angular displacement over 2 pi. Okay, angular displacement over 2 pi. So angular displacement is 1152 pi over 2 pi. So divided, we have 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14 and 2. 576 revolutions in 16 seconds is done by the wheel. Now this is another type of question we have found in case of rotational motion. A field rotates with an angular acceleration of this. This is given in the form of equation. And find the angular speed and angular displacement. What is angular speed? This is omega. Angular displacement, this is theta. Okay. So we know angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is what? Alpha. Alpha is equal to d omega by dt, and omega is equal to d theta by dt. Just remember these two formulas. So we have angular acceleration alpha is equal to d omega by dt. So put it over here. D omega by dt is equal to 4atq minus 3bt square. So what is the value of d omega? Integration of 4atq minus 3bt square dt. So we just integrate it. So we have 4a t4 by 4 minus 3b t cube by 3. Clear? It get cancelled. So value for angular speed omega is at4 minus 3 get cancelled minus bt cube. In this way, as we have in the linear equations motion, we can also do these type of questions using integration and differentiation. Now the angular displacement. Similarly, we know angular displacement is what? Theta. So in place of omega, we write d theta by dt is equal to at4 minus bt cube. So d theta is equal to integration of at4 minus bt cube and dt. Clear? Now integrate it and we can easily got the answer. So when we integrate it, we get theta at5 over 5 minus bt4 over 4. So this is what? Angular displacement. After putting the value of t, we got the exact value, and this is the angular speed. I think confusion is clear to you now upon these terms. Now the next pattern, just observe on the blackboard. If theta is equal to 2t cube plus 0.5, it is given, find angular speed and angular acceleration at time is equal to 2 seconds. Clear? Now it is theta. Theta is what? Angular displacement. So angular speed is d theta by dt, which is equal to omega. That means we have to differentiate this equation. So we have 6t square. Okay. If we have to find the initial angular speed, we put t is equal to 0 and we have 0 radian per second. Now if we have to find the angular speed at time is equal to 2 seconds. So we have 6 into 2 square, that means 6 into 4, that is 24 radian per second. Now angular acceleration, that is alpha, which is equal to d omega by dt. So we again differentiate it. So we have 6 2s are 12 t. So put the value for t is equal to 2 seconds. We have 12 into 2, that is 24 radian per second square. So in this way, if angular displacement is given, we can easily find angular speed and angular acceleration. For example, if we have to find revolutions per minute, so at time 2 seconds, so revolution per minute is what? Omega is equal to 2 pi n. So omega is 24, which is equal to 2 pi n. So value of n is 24 over 2 pi. So revolution is equal to 12 over pi. Okay. So in this way, we can find different terms using these equations of motions. So now it's overall in this video. Have a good luck, and I think these concepts must enable you to understand the topic clearly whenever you just start from your book. So all the best. Keep watching my channel.